What up, YouTubers? So, I'm now out of 8th grade, and I still need to make a video about 8th grade. I will get on that later. You bunch of sickos. Anyways, so now I'm going into high school. And so, since I have, well, I can't really say I have experience in high school, because I haven't been there yet. Anyways, this is the 10 type of people you will meet in high school. First up, you got your average nerds. Now, see, the nerd is a person who you're going to find mostly in the library, sitting at a table in the cafeteria, surrounded by a whole bunch of other people, but you can tell they're nerds due to some of this physical stuff, pretty much. You're going to find them looking like this.
Hey guys, is this stereotypical enough yet? Where's the homework? I need more homework. Yep, this is definitely a stereotype.
But hey, it's close enough. Now, don't get me wrong. There's nothing actually wrong with being a nerd. Because, I mean, look at it this way. You just gotta get them into a couple parties, arrange them a couple dates, and then you got your homework done for the whole year. That sounded a lot better in my head. Next! Next, you got your jocks. The muscleheads. The meatheads. That's how I like to put it. I'm probably gonna get beat up by a whole bunch of jocks because of this. Anyways, these are your usually centered around sports, usually tend to be popular athletes. Anyways, they're kind of the ones that are just gonna busy going around the school, trying to be either dumb or pretending to be dumb just to fit into the sport. Now, don't ask me why this happens, but it does. So you got the playing muscleheads, and then you got the muscleheads who can think. It works either way. On to everybody's favorite. You got the popular kids. I usually hate these kids. Now, do not get me wrong. Not all of them are bad, but a good amount of them tend to be straight up jerks. Not in the ways that they'll notice, but technically in the ways that make people feel, so to speak. Ugh, feelings. Ugh. Now, the popular kid is easy to spot. Picture this. If it's a popular guy, he's usually someone who plays a sport. Football. And he's usually surrounded by a whole bunch of friends. And then he's also the person who tends to be, yeah, as I said earlier, a jerk. Up next, you got the attention seekers. So, these aren't necessarily the people who go around just shouting out a whole bunch of stuff, trying to get people to focus on them. No, these are the people who tend to start drama, tend to get everyone talking about something, or usually in a way talking about them. Now, some of them see this as, oh no, we're not an attention seeker, people just like us. But it doesn't really always work that way. Because there are the people who are just looking for attention, and the people who are looking for attention, but don't think they are. And those are the people you want to slap. Like a lot. Just like... Next! You got your overachievers. The person who, well, not the person, it's a lot of people who, it's not a bad thing, they go above and beyond what they're expected to. Like Buzz Lightyear. To infinity and beyond! They're gonna go beyond what they're told to. And usually, it tends to help them out in class, but renders their social status, which is a big deal in high school. Don't ask me why, it just is. We all know it's true. Social status sucks. But these are the people who will generally do good in high school, and usually do good in life because they're overachieving. Which is kind of different from the slackers, which are up next. The slackers. The person you're going to find napping in class, napping in the hall, napping on the ground, napping in the cafeteria on the entire table because he's just a creep like that. It happens. Don't ask me how I know. But yeah, so this is a person who doesn't really care about school anymore. They're just kind of giving up on it, and they're going to drop out in a couple weeks. Sorry. Now here's one everybody hates, and I mean literally everybody. Unless you're dating them. The player. This is the guy, or girl, yes, they're girl players too. Don't get me wrong, they're out there. They are out there, and they're going to find you. They will find you. These are the people who everybody knows is a jerk, who knows they're just going to play with your feelings, play with your heart, and they're just all around a really bad idea to date. Yet what happens? Everybody wants to date them. Now there's some of the geniuses who know, okay, I'm just going to avoid this. This is like a really bad idea. But then you got the people who are just like this. Drool and foam coming out their mouth at the thought of just being with them. And it's like, get your rabies shot. Seriously, you're going to need that. Like, you are going to need that bad. And so that's what happens. You get, like, the player, and they're just going to, they date you. It tends to be for, like, a week or so. And then you're there, sitting in a corner, eating chocolate. Well, not just chocolate. I mean, if they break your heart or something, then you're going to find yourself just eating food in general. So you can find yourself crying in the corner eating a bag of marshmallows. Why doesn't anybody love me? I'm so fat. I'm just fat. Now, the emotionally crying person sitting in the corner is actually described as the lover or the emotionally attached person who gets way too attached in a short amount of time to the wrong person and sugar high. I'm up. I'm up. I'm up. Isn't sugar lovely? Now, as I was saying, the person in the corner is the lover, or the emotionally attached person who gets attached to the wrong person in the wrong amount of time. And so they end up crying in the corner. Eating stuff. Like marshmallows. That was a good marshmallow. Next, you got your in-betweeners. That sounded way better in my head. Why'd I have to say it out loud? That was... Anyways, the in-betweener is a person who's, from the start to the finish, is in the middle of the middle. And this is like in a social thing. So there's the non-populars, the populars, and then there's the middle. And those people tend to lean either way. I mean, sometimes they can seem popular, sometimes they can seem like they're a nerd or lame or whatever. But it happens and they're just there. They kind of coast along. And things can change for them, just depending on what happens. Zombie apocalypse or something. Maybe, I don't know. Mario comes to life. That makes sense? No? No. And lastly, this one I know very well because I was one of them in middle school. The dealer. Okay, this is not what you people are thinking. Get your head out of the gutter. God! Sicken me. Sicken me. This is a person who lends out gum, candy, food, or stuff people need for school. Now, these can go from 4 different people to one single person. I stuck to gum because that was just there. And people loved it. I thought it was some holy object for a while. I was like, oh, I got gum. What you gonna do about it? And then you get jumped from behind because people want your gum. And it happens all the time. And so yeah, you can outgrow that by just saying no. Unless you're too nice to say no. In which case, your friend needs to duct tape your mouth shut and throw you in a closet until you learn how to tell them no. Again, get your head out of the gutter, you sickos. God, sicken me. Just Anyway, well then, that's that. Well, that video was interesting to make. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Tell your friends. Share it on Facebook. I don't care. I'm just happy you watched this entire thing. Which I wouldn't be surprised if you did. Click over here on this light switch to subscribe. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. Click over here to check out last week's video. But, yeah, okay, yeah, just click over here. Check out that. And see you guys next week. What am I doing? See ya.